business minded means to me a person that can come in and meet that client expectations. They go above and beyond, and as far as with the customer service, and they're able to, meet that need of the client. Like for example, with my detailing, and I do carpet cleaning. If I can't meet that expectation, I let the client know and give them a heads up and say, hey, I can't do this because X, Y, Z. Letting them know, because every job that you go to, you're not going to be successful. So you want to make sure you achieve by making sure that you meet your client's needs, but also to be realistic and meet their needs and their expectations as well. So a little bit more about Law Mobile Detail was established in 2020. So a little bit about my business. I do mobile detailing. We do wax, we do ceramic coating, we do shampooing seats, back to remove out of your car, all of that. And then also too, we do pressure washing, carpet cleaning, and couch cleaning. So it's a little bit of everything. So if I pull up to your house, you're able to get all those services done in one to make your life a little bit easier, and then that way you don't have to call nobody else, so you can just call on Law Mobile Detail and we'll get the job done. Interesting, man. So originally I started in 2017, 18 when my brother wasn't interested in detailing cars at all. He was more so, financially needed help. So me being me, who I am, the person I am, I helped my brother out by, setting up a shop for him and saying, get him going. But the more I started doing it, the more I started enjoying the process of it. Because it's just like competing in sports. I was play football and things like that. So you're able to compete with yourself with every detail that you do. You always try to find ways to get better. You always try to find ways to learn new tricks, teach yourself different things, so that way you have an opportunity to grow, and also to, if it's like a stain that you can't get out, how can I get this stain out? You always want to test yourself and push yourself to the next limit. So it started with my brother. We had a gas station in 2017. It was a great setup, great location, and I was on the business aspect of it. I was just supposed to be the brains of the business, but being that my brother needed help when we first started out, I was able to go out there and learn a little bit more about the business. So he showed me, a little bit, and I was able to educate myself a little bit more. The business shut down in 2018, but I was determined to continue to do that, because I feel like if a person, get in a vehicle, even though it's not brand new, but you're able to give them that, that feel good vehicle, you're able to make somebody feel good on the inside. And to see a smile on a person's face, man, that's really capturing me, because they'll go from a dirty vehicle to feeling brand new when they get into the inside. You will see a bright smile on their face. So that's why I really got started. I didn't like detailing, but as the more I started doing it, it became a passion of mine. People that inspired me to do this profession, I would say my brother, because he taught me the basics of detailing. My brother's his name is Tony Woods, so he taught me the basics of detailing. But when it comes to inspiration, I think I get inspired from myself, because it gives me motivation to push myself. Because when you have your own business, you should be self-motivated, because you want to see your family, you want to see, the fruits of your labor, and then which is, your family, prosper, while y'all can take trips, y'all can go, outside, and detailing provides a different kind of lifestyle, because you can make the money you want to make, as long as you push yourself. But it's not about the money with me, it's about the passion. It's seeing the faces on people, but also to being able to provide for them. So interesting, I'm glad you asked that. So what keeps me motivated when times get hard? I had a situation where my van broke down. I was broke down for like 3 or 4 months, and I wasn't gonna sell all my equipment. So, after talking to, a few people and a couple of detailers, they kept me motivated and seeing they work, and them asking me to come out there and help them, seeing that I still had the passion for it. So they kept me motivated and kept me in the game. And also to my wife, talked to her about it. She said, don't give up, because you don't never know where it can go. So I was able to purchase my other van, and then I was able to get back up and running. And ever since then, man, business has been starting to pick up. I'm getting calls like not every day, but every other day, 3 or 4 times out of the week, more than when I was getting when I first started off. When I first started off, I was probably getting a phone call once or twice a month. So as long as you stay consistent, the business is gonna come. So, being in this industry or any business that you're doing, you gotta have somebody that's gonna be supportive. You gotta have somebody that's gonna really understand your goals and aspirations. But at the same time, too, you wanna make sure you're supporting your spouse as well, because they have goals and aspirations that they gotta achieve too as well. So there gotta be a balance in the marriage. So, like for example, and being honest and being transparent, I don't do detailing full time. I have a full-time job as well, because you still want to make sure that until you get to where your business want to go get at, and so you walk away from your full-time job, you want to make sure that you're able to provide for your family and give them the lifestyle that you want to give them. And then also too, man, you just gotta have a balance and somebody that's gonna be supportive and understanding. And if you have a spouse that's gonna be nagging and stuff like that, man, it makes things a whole lot harder. But fortunately, I got a wife that does the opposite. She's a supporter. She provides, support and the stability that I need to do my detailing. And fatherhood, man, that's a life on its own. But fatherhood is very rewarding, but also challenging too when you're a business owner, because you got to make sure you make time for your family. So when I shut down, I completely shut down, I'll take a weekend, 2 weekends off, spend time with my family, or we'll get up and we'll go take a vacation. Because you gotta know when to shut down, so that way you can spend time with your family. So that's a hard balance, but at the same time too, you gotta understand the business, and you gotta understand that we need money to provide for our family, but at the same time too, you gotta know when to cut that light off and on, so that way you can have a family, have that balance. Man, this is crazy. Support is definitely needed, but I think the biggest thing is, as a business owner, you gotta be your own support. Because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna support you better than you, and nobody's gonna put you on a pedestal higher than you when you're doing your own business. Because you're the one that gotta be sometimes figure out what's going on with your pressure washer. You gotta figure out, what's going on with, your van. You gotta figure out sometimes marketing. You gotta figure out those side effects, because nobody's not gonna pour in your business more than you. So my biggest support is myself, but at the same time too, I have others around me that does support, which is my wife, my family, and things of that nature. But you gotta be self-motivated when you're doing any kind of business. Because if you're not, you're gonna fail. So you're gonna have ups and downs. And detailing, you gotta think about it on mobile. It's always raining in Florida. That can get depressing when you're not making money and things of that nature. And you save for rainy days, but you still want to add on to that rainy day account. So you got to make sure that you're staying self-motivated, and make sure that your household is supporting you in the way that they need to support you. And also too, making sure that you're doing everything you can to stay motivated within. I listen to a lot of motivational speeches, like Eric Thomas is one of them. I listen to a lot of gospel music. I listen to other things to get me motivated, and I read, scriptures to keep me grounded and humble, and also to keep my mind stable to where I need to go at. All my business goals. So my business goals for this is to really pour in to my business and really get it to where I don't have to work to nobody, and then also to get it to where I can hire people and get it to where I can kind of not step away from it, but be hands-on, but not be hands-on, if that makes sense. Because you make money when you're away from the money. So my goal is to hire people, train them into, to get them to be the best detailers that they can possibly be, and provide them, with wages that's really, make them want to stay with us, and have an opportunity for them to be able to provide for their families as well. So my goal is eventually to be the best detailer I can possibly be in Tampa, and provide quality services. But also too, the end goal is to provide quality service. Because I'd rather have quality over quantity. Because when you have quality work, people are gonna always come back. When you're trying to wash 20 or 15 cars a day, you're not doing a good job. How are you gonna provide a great service? And how are you gonna say, I provide quality work and your work is sloppy? So my job is to provide quality work to my clients and to the people that's already with me, is to keep provide quality service. Just want them to keep coming back. years, I see myself with the detailing business, maybe having 2 vans. I don't want to have too many 2 vans, and able to step away from it completely and start my own community center. That's something I always wanted to do, and I want to take this business and drive it. But the goal is to give back to my community, because there's a lot of kids that don't have much. There's a lot of kids that don't have resources. There's a lot of kids that don't even know what debit or credit is. There's a lot of families that just need that extra support. So my job is to, do this as long as I can, but also too, I want to be a pillar in the community to where I'm also able to give back with this business. I can do, back to school jobs. I can give away, turkeys. I can do Christmas. So that's why detailing is important to me, because I see it as an outlet to get back into my community, and also too, and to be able to give back as well. At the moment, I'm working on a podcast. I want to start my own podcast. I know everybody's doing it, but I got my reason for doing it, because I want to be able to touch others, share my experiences, going to school, being a father, being a husband, and having my own business. I feel like that's a lot to share with somebody, to get somebody motivation to, continue to do the things that they want to do, and let them know you can do multiple things, but it's about balancing your time, and also too, staying motivated within yourself and finding motivation too. And also too, man, encouraging others, man. That's something I want to do. And I think if you do that with a podcast, and I want to talk about, relationships and business, marriage life, and, just trying to find that balance in between, and just talk about different things, man, on my podcast. So that's something I want to do. And hopefully it comes to light. I've been talking about it for like 3 years now. Haven't done it yet, but things take time. And so that's something that I'm willing to work on. And also too, man, I want to start my own foundation as far as within my community. I'm going to start working on that too. That's something that I had a goal on the list on my mama's wall in my room at my mom's house when I was like 15. So that's something I want to start. There's a lot of things I want to do, but I just got to take one step at a time and don't overwhelm myself. Because you can't get overbearing and overwhelmed when you're trying to do so much at one time. But also too, man, you got to make sure my household is right before I can do anything else. Faith plays a huge role, because you gotta have faith. The Bible says walk by faith and not by sight. And if you're not believing in what you're doing, why are you doing it? So faith plays a huge role. So sometimes you're gonna get discouraged, but you have to learn how to bounce back from that and pick yourself up. It's okay to get discouraged. It's okay to be down, but don't stay down for too long, because there's light at the end of the tunnel. So you always want to make sure that you're staying, you're keeping your eyes on the prize, and making sure that you're doing the things you need to do. So that way you're able to not only, be a business owner, but also to be a pillar to the ones that are around you. Show people the business, show other people how to be business savvy, show other people how to be entrepreneurs, because at the end of the day, man, there's a lot of knowledge that some people are not willing to share, but if you share some knowledge with some people that are like-minded like you can help others and help their families be successful, help their business be successful. So faith plays a big role in this. Without faith, man, I wouldn't be where I'm at now, because if I didn't believe in myself, why would I even be doing it? My thing is, man, stay prayed up, stay motivated, stay positive. Hard times don't last forever. I know I'm saying that, and it really don't. As long as you keep pushing, even through the bad, man, things gonna come on top. And when you have a business, man, make sure you give your customers the top tier service. I don't care, because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna take you to the next level. Because if you don't talk to your clients and educate them on what you're doing, how can you be successful? How do they know what you're doing? So my thing is that make sure you educate your clients, make sure you deliver top tier service. If you're gonna be running late to a job, let people know. Communications go a long way. Pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm gonna run a few minutes behind. Make sure you deliver that. Make sure if your price is your price. Don't negotiate your price with nobody, because at the end of the day, you know your work, you know your time, you know your effort, you know what you put into your craft. So it's okay to go up on your prices. Yes, you're gonna lose customers or clients, but at the end of the day, it's about you developing, and it's about you developing your skills. It's about you getting to that next height you want to get to. Because lowering your prices, you're gonna continue to work, and sometimes you want to be able to put your price to where you can spend time with your family. You can do 2 jobs and then you can be done for the day and spend time with your family. You can do those things that you want to do instead of being working all the time. So your price is a price. Do not negotiate your prices. Set them high. People don't set their prices high when they walk into Gucci. They don't negotiate those prices. They don't negotiate those prices with Louis Vuitton. So I understand Gucci and Louis been around for a long time and they have history. They got X, Y, Z. But we have to set a standard when we're doing business, because at the end of the day, you have to live off what you're making. But also too, you gotta put back into your business. You gotta pour into yourself.